Hey everyone, I got a really informative video for you today. With all of the world crisis amping up, some people may already be prepped, some people may just be starting prepping, and one base not to leave left out to consider is bug out. Now some people may already have a bug out bag, but do you have a bug out location? Do you know how to go out and know what to look for when finding a good location for a bug out? So today I'm gonna take you along with me in the woods, and we're gonna go over some of the things that I look for in finding a really good bug out location. And you could be bugging out for various reasons, but what it is just a place out in the woods, out in the outskirts, a location that you can survive, you can hold up for a while if things are nasty for whatever reason. Well, you will need a handful of essentials in the area to help support you being self-sufficient. Another thing I'm gonna do is go through my bag and show you a couple key items that I keep on me in my backpack or bug out bag that are not on other bug out bag lists. Good information you should know coming right up. Welcome back to all of our subs, and if you're brand new here, like news reports that affect you, and also emergency preparedness and prepping videos weekly. Be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. So like I said, I want to show you guys a couple key features, some things that I look for when I'm out looking for good locations where I could be self-sufficient. This is something I urge all of you to do. This is a recommendation for everyone. This is something that everyone should know. So like I said, essential key things that I look for when I'm out in the field, looking for good locations that's going to support me being self-sufficient. And also, as I mentioned, we'll go over a couple things that I keep in my bug out bag that are not on most bug out bag lists. Top it off, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you one of the most important survival tools that can keep you fed. And to top it off, I might show you this tool in action providing me emergency food. So one thing that is often overlooked, you might be out in a survival situation and you have a limited amount of food. The worst thing possible is not knowing how to store that food and keeping it from predators or whoever might take your food away. Now, I've been on multiple high mountain backpacking trips and I've had rodents get into my food stashes. I've had bears take complete bags of food. When you're in a survival situation, you can't allow that type of thing to happen. So with that, I have a special guest to show you the most premium product to have in your backpack to make sure you can secure the food that you do have when you're out there in the field. He is the creator of the ultralight food hanging system. So the maker of this ultralight food hanging system is Gerald. So I thought it was super fitting to have him, the creator, show off this cool product that I think we should have in every bug out bag. So Gerald, what exactly is this product and what does it do?
It's an ultralight food hanging system. That's a complete system, including a rock sock that you drop rocks in, 2 carabiners, 2 ropes, and a food bag.
So what would you say to somebody that's new? What is the most valuable benefits to having this?
Well, 2 things. One is it is ultralight, so it only weighs like 7.5 ounces. But probably the biggest thing is it's a complete system for hanging your food. All you do is, a lot of times you have to tie a rope around a rock to get it up over the branch. On this, you just drop the rocks into the rock sock, click a carabiner and a rope onto it, you toss it up over the branch and it's done. And then you unhook it, and then you take the 2 ropes and 2 carabiners that I designed a pulley system that creates a 2-to-1 mechanical advantage, which if you're pulling up 30 pounds of weight, it only takes like 15 pounds of pulling force to raise it.
Wow. So he's comparing this to how I used to do it my whole life, and that is tying a rock to a rope and trying to throw it over a branch and then hoisting up all that weight with no mechanical advantage. This is super ideal.
So the other part is it comes with a how to use instruction. This is actually made with waterproof, tear-proof material, so it'll hold up for a long time until you really understand the mechanics of it. It's really, really, really simple, but it goes through all the 7 different steps to hang it.
So you can see how having some waterproof instructions is key, especially for somebody that has this in their pack that maybe doesn't use it all the time. Maybe you're not an avid backpacker and you just want to know that you have the stuff that you need. Having waterproof instructions is key.
So also the food bag is a roll top with a clip carabiner on top. It's waterproof, but for one person, it'll hold about 3 days worth of food. But the whole system will actually raise and support about 100 pounds. So what you can do is on the carabiner, You know, you can have 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of food if there's a family or multiple people. You just keep clipping more bags and you'll be able to raise it. If you have 100 pounds, it's only going to take 50 pounds of pulling force to raise it up.
That's incredibly strong. Okay, so as you can see, we found a really nice lateral branch. It's sitting about 12 feet off the ground.
And usually you want the food bag to be hanging about 4 feet from the tree, and you want the food bag about 10 feet from the ground. That'll protect it from any bears, critters, raccoons, anything that's going to try to get in it. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to drop a few rocks in the rock sock and then clip the carabiner onto the rock sock. And that way we can toss it over a branch. You can use dirt if you can't find rocks. You can use twigs, whatever it gives it, just a little bit of weight. And the ropes do come with a half hitch on the end of each of them, so you don't have to be making a loop on them. And you just take the rock sock and you toss it up over the branch. Just like that. After that, you just unclip the rock sock. You leave the carabiner hanging there. You dump the rocks out, and now you're done with that. So this is where we're going to create the pulley system, or a 2-to-1 mechanical advantage. We're going to clip this rope onto here, and then we're just going to thread it through this carabiner and make about an 8-10 inch loop, and then clip the other carabiner on it, all right? What you're going to do now is you're just going to hold onto this carabiner and pull the orange rope up to the tree. So now what we'll do is we'll tie the carabiner that's up in the tree off to a tree so it can't come down. We'll clip the food bag onto the carabiner. And we'll just pull on the other rope and hoist it up to the other carabiner, and that's it. Now we'll tie this rope off also.
So it's always cool when you can actually get to see the creator of a product show off something that's really neat like this. So I want to give a special thanks to Gerald for showing us this cool product. And another thing that he's doing for us is offering our community a discount code just for us. So it'll be down in the description below if you want to check that out. So like I said, it's really important to know that your area has water and it also has game, wild game, whether it's deer, grouse, turkeys, squirrels, rabbits. You need to know that it's a habitat that you can get food in and you can also get water. So right down there I see some aspen trees, which is usually a sign of moist area. It means there could be a creek down there. Let's go check it out. So you can see this area's got a lot of game. In just minutes I've seen rabbits, grouse, deer sign. Seeing right here, you can see that's the remnants of like squirrels or chipmunks. So when you come across small trees and you can tell something was rubbing on it like that, that means there's bucks in here. That means there's deer. You can see a buck rubbed that small tree with his antlers. Another sign that you know there's deer in the area. Okay, so I just come across some more feathers. It's looking like there's some turkey in the area. I heard some coyotes last night and it looks like the coyote might have got a piece of a turkey. So right there, you can see the turkey feathers, some more small feathers from the turkey. So we've got turkeys, grouse, rabbits, deer, squirrels, chipmunks. There's food here, there's food. Okay, so see down in these aspens, you got a little creek. There's a little creek right down there. You can hear it, see the water? That's what you need. We're in the middle of summer. This thing definitely is not gonna dry up. So that's another important thing. You gotta have a place where you're gonna have some water. You see in this grass, you got a game trail. Most likely it's gonna be a deer trail, but it's going up into there, into that little valley. So you got wild game trails. So that's another thing that you do is you look for game trails and you look for tracks. There's another trail goes right down through there. Okay, so just to eliminate a couple questions, right here, this is one of my favorite bags. This is a Badlands backpack. I'll put a link down in the description if I can find it. But this thing has full air breathability, even on all of the straps. It's lightweight and it's incredibly strong. So as you can see, I got a pair of loppers. Loppers are super important. Now what I did is I drilled a hole. That way I could throw a little bit of rope through there and I can easily hang it on a carabiner off of my pack. And this pair right here by Fiskars is super ultralight and it's got a titanium blade and I've went through monstrous branches. But this can be really helpful when you're building like a shelter out of branches and sticks. Another thing I keep on me is this saw by Still. Super sharp, super effective. You can cut through a lot of big stuff. As you can see, I have used and abused this thing, and it's built strong, it's built tough. This will be an excellent saw to have, and it's also very light. Got a nice protective sheath. You can strap it on just about anything, but I've used it so much that you can't even read the name on it anymore. And I've got a little mark right there. That's actually the size of wood logs that fit in my titanium wood stove for when I'm out there hot tent camping. I'm sure you guys already have binoculars, but binoculars are super important when it comes to defense, seeing something at a distance. This is going to close the distance on something that you might think is food out there, but it's just too far away to see with your naked eye. Now, when you're out in a survival situation, you're going to need some protection. And in this case, it's not very feasible to be able to carry as much ammo as you need. And also with something this size, it's going to be loud. This guy right here could be one of the most valuable survival tools that I own. This one happens to be a Gammo Big Cat. It shoots about 1,000 feet per second, 22 caliber pellets. The barrel breaks to cock it, and you load your pellet in right there. That's right, it's only one shot, but you want to know how lethal this is? This could take down something big game, especially if you have good shot placement. But more so, this is the ideal tool to get game. Rabbits, grouse, turkeys, squirrels. I can pack 2,000 pellets in my backpack. It doesn't take up much room, and it doesn't weigh a lot. You can't do that with bigger calibers. Another advantage of a pellet gun is it's quiet. A lot of them are whisper lights. A lot of them even come with dampening suppression at the end of the barrel, which makes it even quieter. I know that in a survival situation, I could use this to even take down a deer. So maybe you're not into firearms, you don't feel comfortable with a firearm. This right here, just a pellet gun, can be so important to have. In fact, I see food right over there. Got it. This right here is a ruffled grouse. This is a meal. This is a survival meal for you. Now, this happens to be within season, and I have a license for that. So don't just go out and start shooting stuff. You got to make sure you're following all the regulations. But in a survival situation, that pellet gun is quiet compared to a firearm. You're not going to give away your location, and you're going to be able to secure some food. Another one of my favorites is a simple 22 caliber, but they're loud. They're really loud unless you have some type of suppression. But at the same time, they can be very lethal, and you can carry a lot of ammo. So that's not a whole list, but I hope it serves as a couple really good key items for you to consider in your bug out bag. Please leave comments below and let us know something that you know about keeping in your bug out bag, something that you think that people shouldn't leave out. With that, be sure to share this video out to your communities. Spread the word, good information, everyone should know. And if you want to check out any of those products, especially the food hanging system, I'll put that special link down in the description below. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing, guys. We'll see you on the next one.